What
That's
he's
what I'm
referring to,
saying.
no, what he's referring to about your mode of emergence is not like you appeared from nowhere. I mean, anybody who knows your resume
You
will
probably
see.
think I did appear from nowhere.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Those who know your resume know
Thank
you didn't.
you.
But what is being referred to is the process by which, because as you said, you couldn't have come out except there was a vacancy.
Absolutely.
To which you were then aspiring.
Okay, yes.
At that time, most of those who were observing the process did not think there was a vacancy, in the sense that there was an incumbent governor who was serving his first term. By some accounts, he wasn't doing too badly. And then at the end of the day,
the process.
Yes, the method. Yeah, the method.
Let's talk about that method.
Yeah, the method by which he was, some would say, decimated.
You are not a politician. Don't use those words. I mean,
no, I didn't use them. They're words that others quoted.
Let me explain the method. The method is that APC took a decision way before the primary started and said they're going to use what they call direct primaries. Direct primaries means that every card-carrying member of the APC is going to have a say in who emerges at all of the spheres of the positions that are, be it presidential, be it governorship, be it House of Rep, they're going to do direct primary. It's not the delegate system. And they've seen the negatives of the delegate system. You have 3,000 people locked up in a room, and they choose who's going to be the president, who's going to be the governor. And they said that, like what you were discussing, I was listening to you from 8 o'clock, vote buying. So 3,000 people, you know who they are. You can physically go to each one of them and say to them, get me on board. And they said, no, it's going to be direct primary. Direct primary meaning everybody. If you have 1 million card carrying member, if you have 2 million, let everybody participate. Bros, that's what happened. I got 900 and something votes to, and so it is that direct primary. You see, on one side, let's be fair. On one side, people say that there is imposition. On the other side, it's okay. Throw it all up. Let everybody participate. That's why yesterday I had a meeting with 188 House of Assembly members who did not win the ticket. Over 222 of them, over 222 were vying for 46. It's incredible. That's never happened in the history of this country before. So we had to say to ourselves, you know what, all the 188 remaining, you are all still important party members. What do we need to do to ensure that we carry ourselves along and win this race together?
Let me come in here, because you talked about your plans. And I'm looking at when you said that it doesn't really make economic sense to have to drive 2 hours into Lagos from Ogun State, and you want that partnership and that like a business hub that is created between the 2 states.
Yeah.
Many people believe that if you have to achieve that, you have to look at roads like the Akute Road. You have to look at like the Denro-Ishashi Road.
Yeah.
And so many roads that lead
that are link. On the border.
I understand, yeah.
Do you have any plans for border cities between the 2 states?
Absolutely. And I'll take you back. One of the very major plans we have is the Lagos-Badagry Expressway, which is even not just an intercity because it cuts across Agbara and going towards, the Seme border, but also it's a West African transnational road. That is such an important corridor that it's a no-brainer. We got to fix it, right? Regarding all other state border roads, it's for us to have collaboration with Ogun State and to say, let's look at the budget. This road, 5 kilometers goes into your own state, 7 kilometers goes to my own state. Let's check the numbers. What are the trade-offs? Who has a comparative advantage? Who has the critical mass? Who is collecting revenue on these corridors? So let's do the numbers. I might be a bigger brother because probably I have a deeper budget. So, we deal with it and we solve it. Where they have comparative advantage, it could be issues around, give me land, we want to do agriculture. Give my people access to land, they want to do development. Give us an industrial park. Let's talk about how quickly those are some of the conversations. That's what people require. Let's solve the problem. Let's create an avenue where the private sector grows. Let's create opportunity for this country to take its position in the Committee of Nations.
At the point at which you get to, I need to take you back to the discussion that was raised about your emergence.
Yeah.
You've tried to smoothen it over, and that is expected. But that may very well be the situation now. But at that point in time, it wasn't quite smooth. It was quite acrimonious because the incumbent was not happy, and he didn't make any bones about it. Particularly in relation to you, he made a number of comments, which I'm not aware he has walked back, even though there are efforts to. So this is an opportunity for you to clear the air on this. And by that, what I mean is that he referred to your health. He did.
Yeah, he did. I mean, this is me sitting down.
Right. Now, so
right, and so to clear the air.
Is that air? Is that correct?
I will clear the optimum time, and that's it. This is me. I'm 53 years old. I'm sure I'm older than all of you, right? And I missed my exercise this morning just because I needed to come here. By the way, but in politics, especially given all of the things you've talked about, people get overtly excited. People, for whatever it is, emotions will rise. People will say things that either they haven't corroborated very well. People will say things that they haven't checked, just so that some advisors or some of your people, it's not him that probably would have gone there to go and check, is this person? Somebody must have royally said something, is Gimba, is Gimby, and you are hurriedly just in the speed to catch up anything. You hold on to anything. Those are the things that happen. I will tell you something, year on year, because when I left government the first time, I ensure that I throw back to the system. So I have an NGO. In fact, we're doing something today in Eco Hotel, for 5,000-6,000 kids, which is another conversation. I have an NGO which year on year, I go around and I give to the poor. I've been training people. I've been doing a lot in my senatorial district, right? So I give back to the poor.
Is that part of preparing for?
It's ensuring that we when we have the opportunity, a lot of people need help and we can do it. But more important, like I was saying, right, I go to various hospitals, various orphanages, and I just give and give and give. Those were the only times in my life that I've ever passed through that hospital that was mentioned, that I give to all other hospitals, including that hospital. I've never ever been there before. And by the way, my wife is a medical doctor. So so if anybody's supposed to have it, I do have one. And I can take you guys up on any competition whatsoever.
Okay.
Somebody had said that previously. Somebody had said that previously.
Be careful what you do.
Be careful what you say.
That's what I'm saying. I'm rephrasing it.
I'm actually picking you up on it.
Well, but I did. I said maybe not you. Maybe I put a caveat to it.
Okay,
Yes.
let's go back a bit again.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the plans. So Lagos some refer to Lagos as a mini Nigeria.
Yes, it is.
Population is increasing every day.
Yes, it is.
But the amenities or the infrastructure is looking like it's, instead of going up, looks like it's going down. So let's go to your plans.
Yeah.
Considering the population, at one time, previous governments started registering residents of Lagos in the bid to provide more infrastructure.
Yeah.
But that seemed not to be working out. You're talking about an interstate city, urban city, and we're talking about a coastal city that many people have complained about the fact that its effect on the environment in terms of water levels and all that. So let's go. How are you going to handle infrastructure?
Well, it's not only infrastructure. I've come up with 5 levels of plans, we've called it the 5 pillars. Rather, I can quickly run through it, and you see the buckets of all of the things, The first one, right, which we've called is traffic management and transportation, right? We're going to be heavy on that. I've done a study in the last 6 weeks. People have complained a whole lot about traffic management. And we've identified a lot of gridlocks, individual gridlocks that we're going to be solving. Some are very easy to solve. Some are actually very humongous. As little as reducing roundabouts, putting traffic lights there, putting traffic furniture, to as difficult as physically taking away some things that are impeding traffic. Traffic and transportation is one bucket. The next bucket is what we call environment and health. We're going to be targeting all of the vulnerable people on the health side, but more on the environment side, issues around waste management, around drainages, around slum upgrades, around fiscal planning approval, and all of that.